Hi, I'm Old Sneelock. Welcome to another episode of Old Sneelock's Workshop. Working on the Sportfisher shroud again. I got the front end glued up. It's nice and solid. But I want to reinforce it a little bit because it's still old plastic. And I don't want to have it start crumbling on me. So I'm going to reinforce the inside surface of this with some fiberglass tape. And I'll use Before I can use any of this fiberglass tape to reinforce it, I got to clean it up a little bit to make sure that the glue sticks. To glue it down, I'm going to use JB Weld. Been using it for years and years. It works very well. It glues to almost everything. But it still needs to have the surface clean. And this one's covered with baking soda and all manner of other things. So my rubber gloves on. And take this can of acetone and a paper towel because paper towels dry quickly and I don't care if they get damaged. And I'm going to wash out the inside of this thing liberally with a lot of acetone. You do have to be careful. Acetone will dissolve superglue. And since I superglued this, I really don't want to have it coming back apart. There we go. Lay that out to dry and set this off to the side. I'm using this plastic surface as a convenient mixing spot for the JB Weld. This is just about all there is of the JB Weld in these two tubes, but I have another box very similar to it up in the cabinet. Just to give you an idea how old this tube is and how long you can keep it, the price on this is $10.99. Yeah. That's a long time ago. There's enough in there for another job yet. Now I keep this in the box because one little hole in the tube and the tube is wasted because it'll set right up in the tube. Okay. Working quickly. I take this and I put it on here kind of like peanut butter. Now these gloves are going to be toast when I'm done, but I want to make sure and get this buried down in that and work it through. Now, just in case any of you are wondering, this is corner tape or spackling plasterboard. Works really good in a lot of things. I started using this in body repair 30-40 years ago. Buying fiberglass and using fiberglass cloth is expensive. This stuff is cheap. It's a few dollars a roll. It's fiberglass, it's self-adhesive, it sticks on its own. Now of course I'm embedding it in JB Weld, so it doesn't need to be glued, but this stuff has glue on it, so you can put it up in place and it'll stay. And then you can put your body filler or fiberglass or whatever you want to put over the top of it. Now if I'm fixing a boat and trying to put fiberglass on a boat, I don't want to use this. I want to use the fiberglass mat or the fiberglass woven cloth. But if I'm just patching a little crack like in this shroud, this stuff's pretty handy. I got the stuff glued in, but I want to give it a second coat to thicken up that area. This area is a little thin. I want to have that mesh all buried in the epoxy. Now this is showing on the 2nd of March. This will all be done. Hopefully I'll have it set up and ready to run a test on the motor just as soon as the weather gets warm enough. I can have liquid water out in the garage without fearing of it turning to ice. If you have any suggestions for new video, questions about today's video, or any of the other videos on the channel, just drop a note in the comments. You know I read them all. Thanks for watching. This video is not to be viewed by anyone under the age of 13 in the U.S. or 16 in the European Union, without the express written permission of the parents or legal guardians of the underage person. Such written permission must be on file at the local government entity in charge of enforcing the rules and regulations established by the FTC. Anyone violating these terms is admitting by default that they hold harmless the owners and operators of this channel. Any and all questions should be addressed to your local branch of the FTC.